Do you feel that you're an introvert and you feel that public speaking is not really meant for you, but you'd still like to learn that how you can do it? Then let's go deep dive into this, because this is exactly what I'm going to be sharing here in today's episode. This is Dr. GopikaKumar, your communication and mindset coach. Let's get started with this right here. You're an introvert and you feel that I am not really meant for this, and public speaking is something which is a talent, which is really meant for somebody who is truly an extrovert. Now here is one of the first important myths that I'm going to break here. We're not going to say any time longer here, which is that I am not a public speaker. Instead, we're going to replace this with start saying this to yourself, and this is something that I've truly experienced for myself in my life, and I'm going to share a very powerful story for that. So stay glued on till the very end, which is, do not say that I am not a public speaker. Instead, you could always say this as that I'm not a public speaker, but I'm a speaker in my own domain, in my own niche. I'm a speaker of my own expertise. Now, to be able to relate to this and expand on this further, let's take up a small little metaphor, and I'm going to refer to this as a yellow umbrella. Now, what is the standard color of an umbrella? Black, correct? Now, imagine that it's heavily pouring down in your city today. What happens? What is a common sight to see? Everybody's going to be out with their umbrellas. And if they're carrying the same standard umbrella, everybody would have a black umbrella out there. But there's somebody who's carrying the yellow umbrella, and I want you to really creatively visualize this, okay? And you're the one who's this, which means you're carrying this yellow umbrella for yourself. Truly stands out, which means very different from the other people. Why? Because you are your own identity. You could be an introvert, extrovert, I don't know. I'm not really going to get into this. I'm going to get into the aspect of, are you carrying your yellow umbrella? Gopika, what is the relevance of really using this metaphor right here? Let's understand this deeper, because what we're really trying to address here is public speaking meant for somebody who's extremely shy? And the answer is a yes, and a big, big yes. The only thing that we need to replace here is, do not call yourself a speaker in public. Call yourself a speaker in your domain. And this is exactly how we train and classify anybody who wants to establish themselves as an effective communicator. Which means that if I am coming from the space of soft skill as an expert, and that's a subject matter that I have studied all my life, I can speak about it day in and day out. I can speak about it for 18 hours a day. But if you ask me to speak about cryptocurrency, you ask me to speak about Pilates, you ask me to speak about investments and new kinds of mutual funds, I might not be able to expand myself at all. Does that mean that I'm not a public speaker? Yes, I'm an expert speaker, which means that I'm a speaker in my own domain. And only when you will start realizing that you start building up your expertise of communication and speaking in your domain, you'll start building up the confidence to start speaking on other domains as well. It's as simple as that. So I've had people coming across to us from all different sectors. There are chartered accountants. Now, chartered accountants can't speak on soft skills, and a soft skill expert can't speak about chartered accountants, right? But what we can do best here is that we'll be able to speak a short, crisp version of it. Now, there are lawyers who are coming in. There are a lot of people who want to express assertively because they're a lawyer. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to start claiming myself as a public speaker as a lawyer, because I am not into that space at all. But I can claim myself as a public speaker. So yes, rather than claiming yourself as a public speaker, claim yourself as a speaker in your domain. And all it really comes down and boils down to you is, what is your area of expertise? And I'm going to give you a moment to think about this. Can you talk about something that you truly love? Do you love to watch cricket? Can you talk about the same? Do you love to talk about investments? Can you talk about the same? Do you love to talk about your line of profession? Can you speak about the same? And when I say speak about the same, can I wake you up in the middle of the night and you'll be able to deliver on it fearlessly? If the answer is a yes, the good news is you're a public speaker. Which means if given a chance in your domain, in your area of expertise, here are the golden words. You are a speaker who can speak in front of a public. Yes, there are technical areas where you might not be able to express yourself brilliantly, but that's something which is the technical side of it. But when it comes to expressing your content, you will be able to do really, really well. So all we really need to develop here is the notion that if the public speaking aspect, and you've been telling yourself from time and again, it's not meant for me, I want to remind this to you, public speaking is for everyone. All we really need to replace this is become an expert speaker and generate your entire speaking career around it. Become a speaker in your own respective domain. You could be a trade investment expert. You could be a crypto expert. You could be a health expert. You could be a fitness expert. You could be, a photographer. You could be a videographer. You could be a dentist. You could be a lawyer. Speak in your domain and you'll find it effortless because that's your area. And thereby establish yourself as an expert speaker. If that's something that you've truly been able to relate with, I want to see you applying the same for yourself in your industry. Do remember to share back feedback with us. Would really love to hear back on how you've been able to enjoy and apply these videos in your day-to-day scenarios. If you haven't subscribed to the video, make sure to the channel. Do that right away. There are many more such videos that we continuously keep creating to add more and more value to you as well as we grow by and learn by as well. For today, this is Dr. Gopika Kumar signing off.